Am I the butthole for not going to my mom's birthday after learning her husband got rid of my cat? My mom remarried when I, 29 male, was 14. My sister and brother were 12 and 9. From the beginning, none of us liked Ben and didn't consider him our stepdad. It was obvious he didn't like us either. He literally divided our fridge between stuff that was ours and what was his. Separate milk, cereal, eggs, soda, etc. Everything he paid for, we weren't allowed to touch, even if it was the same brand. It was weird, but whatever. Our mom bought us what we needed. Ben was super controlling too. Always told us our friends weren't allowed in quote-unquote his house. He's the one who moved in with us. Even if my mom said it's okay, we weren't allowed to sit on his couches, so we always sat on the living room floor. He expected us to be silent in the house 24/7, never let us go outside, etc. I was a stubborn little brat, so I butted heads with him the most while my mom played mediator between us. Even now that we're all older, we still dislike him. We just tolerate Ben for our mom when we visit. My brother in particular hates him, and sometimes they have screaming matches. Last month when we met up at their house, stuff got out of hand with their argument, and my brother revealed he knows Ben was the one who got rid of my cat when he went missing. This caught me off guard, but I got on Ben's case and told him to tell me the truth. And it was true after all. My brother saw Ben with my cat in his car driving off once. Ben confessed he was tired of all the hairs and my cat roaming around everywhere, so he took my cat to a shelter an hour away. I almost freaking lost it right there, and my mom tried to calm me down. So she had known about it too back then, but never told me because my cat had already been gone for months. But according to her, she made sure Ben knew how horrible that was. Then I took off and told them I'm not speaking to them anymore, and she shouldn't expect me at her birthday, which was a few days ago. My heart was pounding and I cried a little in my car. It felt like I lost my cat all over again. I spent months looking for him, and all that time he was at a shelter. Who knows if he was even adopted because he was an older cat. My brother's the only one who apologized for never telling me and for bringing it up like that. Everyone else is telling me to let it go already because Ben made that mistake years ago. They said my mom was extremely hurt that I didn't show up to her birthday, so this was very immature of me to be angry over something done a long time ago. I spoke to her and she apologized for what happened back then, but apparently it didn't make it right for me to shut them out on an important day. So she also feels I was in the wrong for refusing to go when every birthday I've been there, and it means a lot to have all her kids there celebrating. I'm caught in the middle, still feeling emotionally raw over this whole thing, and not really sure if I was a butthole for not going. Am I the butthole for not canceling a cake order? Yes, that is as petty as it sounds. My mother-in-law is planning Easter dinner this Sunday. Only our family, sister-in-law, and mother-in-law, and father-in-law. Very small. Only my husband works, the rest work from home, and I homeschool the kids. On to the story. Mother-in-law called to ask us to bring something for dinner. She suggested turnip and carrots. We always get stuck with these. I hate turnip. I say yes, but I would like to bring a cake too. There is a delightful German bakery close to my house that we all love. She agreed. I placed an order for carrot cake and chocolate cake. Great. Gold. Good to go, right? Wrong. Sister-in-law is an immature 43-year-old who cries when she doesn't get her way or calls mom to complain, resulting in me getting a call to see if I'll give her her way. She has done this on so many occasions, but the last year I've stopped allowing her and stood up for myself a lot. Dear husband always has my back, but he never does the planning. I do. So this stuff is usually up to me. Cue to today, and sister-in-law calls me saying, Mom says you're bringing a cake to dinner. Why? And she does this laugh, which I despise. There's nothing left for me to bring. What am I going to do? I let her know it's ordered, and she says, Oh my god, I hate carrot cake. No one likes carrot cake. Actually, sister-in-law, carrot cake is my favorite, and father-in-law also enjoys it. Remember those 3 times you said you'd make it for me and then made a whipped cream fruit cake that I couldn't eat because I'm lactose intolerant? I wait for a response. She does the laugh and then asks me to cancel the order so she can make a cake. Every time I try to bring something to dinner, she one-ups me. Or she will say, I usually make this, but mine's better, to which everyone agrees so she doesn't throw a fit. I won't back down and say, No, sorry, it's been ordered. I offered to let her bring the turnip carrots. She says, Ew, no, that's what you bring. I suggest a few other items and I met with a, No, just cancel the order, I'll make a cake. Again, I won't budge. So she says, Fine, I'm making cupcakes to bring. The kids will like those better. I wanted to scream, but I calmly said, Fine, do what you want, but I'm still bringing the cakes. I told my 3 kids, stay away from the cupcakes and I'll give you $5 each. Am I the butthole? Edit. Just wanted to say thank you for the awards and replies. I know I sound petty a little bit, and I get I should maybe not bribe the kids, laughing out loud, but I'm sick of her crap. 9 years of her trying to be the center of attention, one-upping me or making me look bad, and I'm done. I don't bake often, as I don't think I'm very good. I prefer to cook. The same goes for any item cooked with the family as well. Hers is always better, or sister-in-law throws a fit if someone says different. I make a few items my father-in-law and mother-in-law request all the time, saying it's their favorite, and she always pipes up saying, Oh, mine is better. For a while I stopped offering to bring food or desserts and just offered to help mother-in-law with anything needed to be cooked or mashed up or cut up for the big meals. Big family, usually around 20 people pre-COVID. I always do the dishes or help set up and take down. Sister-in-law does neither. I'm still giving my kids the money, laughing out loud. They can make up their own minds if they want to eat her baking, but their all mama sucks, so I doubt they will. Cue evil laugh. Before we begin, I'm just gonna say this one is a doozy. Am I the butthole for calling the police on my husband? My husband's car doesn't work and he needs money to get it fixed. He doesn't have enough money. I'm in medicine school and have been getting ready for my exams for about a month now. Every month he and his friends go on a road trip. His car has been sitting in the garage for 3 months now. He asked if he could take my car to take the guys on a road trip since it was his turn to take them. I told him I need the car since I have a weak immune system and public transportation might be risky. And I can't afford to get sick in the middle of my exams. He begged, saying his friends are gonna say he ruined the trip, and our discussion got nowhere. The trip was last week. I had an exam the day of the trip and left at 8 a.m. I had several things to do. I stopped by the coffee shop to use the internet. I arrived at the university at 8:30 and entered the hall getting ready for my exam. After I finished, I spent a few minutes with my friends, then I left. I got to the parking lot and my car wasn't there. I started freaking out, thinking I might have left the door open or something. I called my husband, but he didn't pick up. My friends immediately told me to call the police. I ended up waiting for them to ask me about what happened. The officer said I needed to come to the station to give my statement. I stayed there for 4 hours. Then I was told my car was found. My husband was driving it and was picked up an hour away from where we live. I was shocked and mad. It never occurred to me that he was the one who took it. I went home and waited till he got back. He was upset and didn't want to talk about what he did. The argument started after he said he made a copy of the key and didn't take the car till he made sure I arrived for my exam. I yelled at him and told him that was not okay. He caused me to stress out and worry about the car. He told me calling the police was drastic and shouldn't have gotten them involved, but I had no idea he took the car. He said he wanted to text me but forgot. Said the trip was ruined and he was embarrassed by being picked up by the police while he was with friends. He still thinks calling the police was over the top reaction, but what was I supposed to do?